So I've had a lot of conversations lately with people who believe the election was stolen. It doesn't help that the media is trying to deplatform a lot of folks and tell everybody who supported Trump that they're racist. It very much makes those people feel like they've been attacked. So I'll assume that there are people who believe that the last presidential election was stolen in good faith. I'm not going to try to argue with you or convince you otherwise, but that leaves you with two alternatives. The first is you can work within the system to try to change the system. You can pull a Stacey Abrams, who didn't concede her election in 2018 when she lost the governor's race in Georgia. She said the process wasn't fair. She didn't like it. She was really upset, but instead she said, I'm going to file lawsuits. I'm going to get out the vote. I'm going to do everything I can to change the people that are in charge. And so ultimately she took a really red state and turned it pretty blue. She was very instrumental in that effort. The second option is what we saw at the Capitol, which is this kind of revolutionary insurrection. But it still comes back to the problem of you have to trust somebody. Let's play it out. Let's say that the new revolutionaries, or whatever you want to call them, were successful in taking over the government. Well, a lot of them seem to say, well, we want to give the government back to the people. We want a democratic system of government. We want to have a government where the people govern. And so you're back to, even if you believe the election is stolen, and even if you're okay with violence, you still have to have a government where you want to give it to the people, and then you have to trust their ability to conduct elections and determine results. If you don't think that the people can decide and you want to take control, then you're not a patriot. You don't have a view towards a democratic representation of the people. You're just saying, I want to be in control and tell everybody else what to do. And that model's a lot more like North Korea than the United States of America. So keep in mind that even if you believe the election is stolen, even if nobody can convince you otherwise, those are your only two options. Going forward, you can either try to win elections and change the direction of the country within the context of the systems that are here in place, or you can try to overthrow the government. You can try to start a revolution. And if your goal is to have a democratic country, you're going to be back at the same place. So think about that before you try to do something violent, before you say, hey, I want to disrupt the inauguration. Unless you have a better system that is better at maximizing human liberty in an ordered society, I might go down the electoral path. I might try to win the next elections and go that way as opposed to revolution. That's just me.